This episode of the Rogue Deck Builder is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, the #1 source for games and gaming accessories, and by GatheringMagic.com, the #1 source for Magic the Gathering news and articles. Hi there, it's Kevin with Rogue Deck Builder and GatheringMagic.com here with the wrap-up video for the Rogue Deck Builder Immortals of the Forge update. Loving this deck. Absolutely loving this deck. I actually played another round in between. A friend wanted to see the deck, and he was playing Azorius Control, and again, 2-0. Wrecked him. Same thing. This Spike Jester is so good. In fact, I highly recommend running any sort of aggressive strategy, and Spike Jester, in my opinion, is one of the more aggressive cards in the format, if not the most aggressive card in the format. A 3-1 for 2 mana that dodges Last Breath is awesome. I highly recommend it. Our PTQ, Salt Lake City, you can check my YouTube channel for the full deck, but it was taken down by an aggro deck. And it was because there were so many Azorius control decks out there in mono black lists out there that they aren't running like Freaka's Cures anymore, that any sort of damage, early damage, is huge. And this deck seems to be doing very well. I mean, against the Orzhov deck, we did get a little bit lucky, if not a lot bit lucky. I'll admit that. But it seemed to be a fairly easy matchup for us, as we can get around the Blood Barons by sacrificing the block target or the attacking target to Tymerit. And Tymerit did a lot of work in this deck. Really liking the list so far. I think there are definitely some kinks to get out, especially the sideboard. I think the sideboard is the biggest issue I'm having right now. But still, 4-1 is not a bad showing. The matchup we did lose to the Monsters is probably in their favor, as they can just go over the top of us before we can combo off, as we don't really have any way to interact with them. And a big Museum Mortars can be a blowout, and then a swinging in with all his monsters. Yeah, that was definitely an issue, especially if you get Xenagos draws and Gorehouse Rampagers on the big monsters. Then we can't chump block. So that is the one huge glaring issue. But I against the main decks, and I would still, RG Monsters is one of the top tier decks right now. But as far as mono black, Orzhov control, Azorius control, Bant control, as we saw in that Bant list, I'm absolutely loving the resilience and the aggression that this Immortals of the Forge list offers. Again, I'm not sure about some of the cards that I don't know. I'm not quite sure about is Deadly Recluse. There might be a better card to put in here besides Deadly Recluse, but I'm definitely liking the Gatecreeper Vines. I think they're definitely worth it. And again, the Domri seem to do a lot of work. The Xenagoses in the sideboard did a lot of work as well, and the Underworld Cerberuses did a lot of work. So I'm thinking about definitely keeping that shell. I'm not sure if we need as many Domers as we want. I like just the Xenagos anyway, because Xenagos and Perforos is a pretty awesome combo if you get the two out together, as it's 4 damage per turn against control if they can handle the 2/2s. And they're going to have to blow a lot of their early detention spheres on insignificant targets like Spike Jester that have already done damage. So, yeah, I think that there's definitely the need for these in the sideboard against those Bant Walkers list, the Esper controls, the Azorius controls, the Orzhov controls, mono black, as these two cards, Perforos and Xenagos, provide so much value. Anyway, I had a really good time playing this deck. Again, I appreciate all the comments, all the cards you think that could be utilized in this deck. I might be missing something. And if you have any ideas, please, in the comments, let me know and tell me what you think of this deck. But I had a ton of fun playing this. I think it's a great F&M deck, and actually has some potential to actually go somewhere. I'm going to play this in some standard dailies. I'm going to try to get my internet upgraded so I can actually Twitch. And I'm definitely going to be Twitching some of these matches if I can actually get that to work out. So far with my internet connection right now, Twitch just does not work. I've tested it. It lags behind so horribly bad. But when I can get that fixed, I will try to Twitch and actually show you this deck, some more live decks with this. If not, I'll probably do another episode on my channel running this deck, maybe in a standard premiere or a standard daily. So more to come with this deck. Anyway, this has been Kevin with Gathering Magic and RogueDeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.